Here are 6 things you need to start doing to win treasure war games. Number 1. The sword play. If you have a diamond or iron sword, keep a stone sword in your hotbar and hold it out during the game. That way other players will think that is the sword you have, but in reality you have a better one. This helps you engage in fights that you have better gear in. Generally, people with gear not as good as you will not fight you, especially if they have diamonds or emeralds on them. These clips are some examples of players thinking I have a stone sword or not knowing what I have at all, but in reality I have better gear and can easily kill them. Number 2. Bridge fighting. Fighting on a bridge is either something you want to avoid or something that you want to engage in. In bridge fights, the armor and sword you have doesn't matter. It's a 50-50 fight. It can go either way. If you have worse armor and sword than the other player you are fighting, or you are low on HP, you should try to fight on a bridge. This way you have the best odds at winning, since you don't have to take all their health, and only knock them in the void. On the flip side, if you have better gear than another player, or more health, they might try to get you to fight on a bridge. You should avoid this since your gear won't give you any advantage. These are some clips of me in some of these situations. Keep in mind, I try to avoid them knocking me into the void by building up or making the bridge I'm on wider. This is an example of me being too aggressive on a bridge and dying to someone with a stone sword and chainmail armor while I have full diamond gear. Number 3. Bridge pushing other players and treasures. When bridging over to someone that is on a bridge, you should build up 4 to 5 blocks. This gives you a huge advantage since you can easily drop on the other player and knock them off. Both of these clips showing that. The same strategy can be applied if you're pushing someone's treasure and you have enough blocks to build up the same way. This way you can get their treasure and the other player has no bridge to run on to get your treasure, or possibly to go and buy a sword to fight you. Another thing to keep in mind is if you kill someone at their spawn, pick up their sword they dropped if they had one. This way they have no quick way to get a sword to kill you. Right here we see the other player going to the bridge I came on in order to get away. Since I built up, he has no way to escape. If you are going to a treasure on a bridge that is already made, make it so the other player cannot run and jump on the bridge as shown in this clip. You can do it by making the bridge 2 blocks tall so they will have to take time to mine the block to leave. These things are only necessary if the player is at their treasure. Number 4. Snowballs. You can buy 6 snowballs for 1 emerald. Snowballs are very useful. They give a lot of knockback if you can hit a player with it. If a player on a bridge gets hit with a snowball, they will most likely get knocked off and fall into the void. Snowballs can also be very useful when engaging in a fight. It will knock back the player, allowing you to get a lot of hits early on. I recommend buying snowballs with leftover emeralds after you buy diamond armor. The next clip shows the power of a snowball hitting a player who is crouched. Number 5. Treasure protection. Your treasure is an important thing to protect in your game. The ideal protection is fast and efficient, something that will give you extra time to defend if someone is trying to take it out. The most ideal layout I have come up with is putting down glass-proof glass, the most expensive stone you can buy, wood, and then wool that is a different color than yours if you have some. This is because a player from afar could mistake your treasure for another team who is already out of the game or someone who doesn't have a treasure. In the clip, I use wool on the bottom. If you use wool, someone can use a block breaker explosive to take out all the layers of protection as shown. The blast-proof glass will stop them from doing this. The reason for this protection is so players will have to switch their hand every time they break a block to a new tool. I recommend building your treasure protection after you have been in the middle and gotten some emeralds and diamonds. Number 6. Auto bridgers. Auto bridgers are the easiest ways to move from island to island. They work especially well when you have to cut off a player on a diagonal line, or if you need to escape and have no bridge to run on. You can throw your auto bridger down and run off, giving you more time. These are great things to spend your extra gold on. One auto bridger costs 25 gold. Bonus. The best way to get better is to play the game. Learning the maps and learning what you're good and not good at is also important. I would focus on having fun while playing the game, and you would naturally become better. All of these clips were taken from 4 games. I have a lot of other tips to show you guys that I couldn't fit in this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see another video like this. Thanks for watching.